And it's so easy for that left hand to come crashing down on those because you're going up a tenth. You just really want to just rotate, drag the notes. I think dragging the notes is a good mental image through this whole thing. Drag whatever it is whichever hand is dragging through this thickness of the piano. There's got to be some resistance and density inside of the whole texture. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And otherwise, getting there. And again, when you came out of this, let's see, this is 3 here. The K. Beautiful melted sound. Everything is melting into something else. Mm-hmm. But again, you have a keyboard. You have a bit of a challenge with your keyboard. I think you should keep this up, and maybe start the next one. What do you think? Yeah. What I suggest for the next one is we're gonna peel some layers of it. We're gonna start with the soprano line, which is the very top. Not the lower notes, not the alto, because you can see 4 voices here right away in the beginning. We're just gonna look at this. This is a pickup. 3, da-da-dum, ba-bum, T, 1, 2. Lean less, da-dum. Yeah, so we want to get all of the disconnects and the connects, and how do we do the decoration note? So this is a pickup. Ta, da-da-dum, ta, da-da-dum. Look how I do that. That's a roll forward. This comes out of it, pa-pa. Because we don't want to start fragmenting the line. We don't want ba, 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 be-ya, ba-da, ba-ba. We want ta-dum, comes out of that. Chi-ya, 2. Lean less, out of that. Lean less, ba-ba. Now I've heard pianists do staccato all through that, but I don't see any staccato on these notes. I'm doing ta-ya, ta-dum, ta-dum, like that.
Yep.
At least that's how I interpret it. So we're starting on 3 and we're in D major. This piece is in D major. The first half, however, the first line is D major. Later it's going to end up on the dominant A major. You could see if you look ahead to the end of the second line, it modulates into A major, which is a dominant key. But let's look at the first line, and very slowly like this. 3 and da-da-da, ba-ba. 3 and 1 and 2 and lean and less, pa-pa. Accent, less, pa-pa. That's what we're going to do. Just the top line with the right fingering. So this is actually, you got to be careful with that 8th note downbeat, because it's not a dotted 8th, because the dot is the 16th, is in the middle. So we have to rest there, don't we? Off, pa, pa, T, 1, 2, and 1, 2, rest. See, it's only 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, rest. Because it's not a dot on the 8th note. It's got a rest where you would have the 3rd, 16th note there, right, in the middle. Right, it's very whimsical. It has a whimsical quality, at least to me. It calls it a curious story, but it's very childlike. The rhythms are very childlike. And he's doing sequences higher and higher, isn't he? By the time he gets to the G, puts an accent. Da-dum, ba-bum. I think you need more sound there too, right? Because it's going higher and higher. I mean, that's between the lines what we read into this. We can't stay the same. Now, show me what the alto is doing. It looks like it's all thumbs. It is thumbs. I want to just check. Here it isn't. In the end of measure 2, you have a 2 here. You have T, ya, 2, 1, right? 2, 1, 2, 1. Now here, guess what you're going to have? You're going to be playing A and G with your thumbs, by the way. See that measure? 1, 2, 3. Third measure, the last beat, you'll have the accent. You're going to be doing this, thumb, thumb on A, G.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do thumbs here. Let me just check. So it's thumb, thumb two, thumb, thumb two. Got to watch out where you have thumbs and where you have twos in your alto voice. So you got to go real slow. You start with what? With thumb, 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 half note, 2, 1, 2, 1, and bum, bum, bum. I did that just when I learned it. I learned all those thumbs and the twos. Yeah. So you have thumb, 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 2, 1, 2, 1, 1 with 2 notes, 1, 1, 2. And now we're going to try to get some really good rhythm. So have a framing pulse now. Go slow enough that you have the exact framing pulse to the alto voice. Very slowly. Da-dum, ba-bum, ba-dee. Rest up, 1, 2, rest up, 1, 2, rest up. Yes, this is going to be, everything on this is rhythmic vitality. There's a rhythmic motive that takes you all the way through this piece, the rhythm of that. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. Now, when you get that all straightened out, which I see you have, then you will play both hands, or both voices with the right hand, really slowly. Now the legato is going to not come from the thumb on the bottom. Obviously you can't do the legato thumb, but you could do upstairs. Two. I should have had that long. I go much slower than that though. Actually, you're going to cheat. You see the pedal's going to be down there in that first note. So look what you can do. See? Then let go of the thumb so you can do a nice da-da-da. So if you keep sticking on your thumb there, you're not going to free up your melody treble upstairs. That's why you're going to be able to use the pedal. Relax your thumb. Relax your thumb. Your thumb's going to go really light. Okay, so this week you're going to go 1, 2, 3, quarter. Lean, slide, slide there, right? Lean, less, lean. And you can let go of that because your pedal will be down. See? Then you can connect to what? To 4. Yum. Because you can't possibly squeeze this and that, right? So essentially this week you're relaxing your thumb in the interest of upstairs. Remember when you started you did bum, bum, bum. You don't want to forget that. So the first thing I would do this week is just the top line really clearly. Then I would do my thumbs. Then I would balance not toward the bottom note, but toward the upstairs note. Because who wants to hear? Yeah, not very interesting. It's really going to melodies upstairs with some thickening of the harmony. And if you want to get a little bit more complicated, I don't know how much you want to do. I would do the bass line separately, the very bottom note. Okay, I would go. Things like that, only much slower. And then I would do the thumbs on top. Thumb, 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 thumb. Thumb, thumb, thumb. Wow, all those thumbs. Thumb, thumb, thumb. Wow, they're all thumbs on top. Everything on the tenor voice is a thumb. So you have a little quartet. You know, you have 4 voices basically, a little quartet of impish sounds, of childlike rhythms.